Welcome back into Prospect, Produce, Prosper. I am John Jaguar, and I'm joined again by the most well-connected guy I know, and that is Marc Rogers of Producers Prospect. Marc, always good to be with you.
Jag, I am talking to you from Las Vegas, Nevada. I got a hot week this week. I'm Monday, Tuesday doing events in Las Vegas. I think it'll be 105, 108 today. And then I roll to Phoenix, Arizona and continue the heat wave that they're having there, 108, and have two events. So here we are. Live workshops are cranking. I'm on the road, so it's kind of fun. I'm live from the Cosmo.
So let me ask you this, Marc. You said, hey, you're in Las Vegas, but it's not hot enough for you in June. Where can you go next that's going to be hotter? Is that how it played out?
Yeah, let's just crank it up a bit. Now, I will say, I live in Salt Lake City, Utah, and over Memorial Day weekend, finally it's like, let's get the boat out. And we had snow, storms, and flurries. And of course, Robert, our guest today, knows Utah very, very well as he played football at University of Utah. And Robert, those late summer, early summer winter storms, man, those are just brutal, aren't they?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember very well. 1 minute we're skiing and next minute we're sunbathing. That was pretty nice. It was some of the best years of my life up there. So.
Well, Marc, with that, why don't you go ahead and introduce Robert, and you're going to talk to another guest today in your network who's got another great product that he has worked on and perfected. I'm excited to get started.
Well, I'm so excited to have Robert on today, and with a couple of things. Robert and I share the same football blood. We both played college football. We've got a passion for team sports, and most importantly, we have a passion for financial services, helping see other advisors become successful. And I look at Robert as one of my mentors, one of my good friends, and he's a guy that is always so consistent with being positive and helping and being there for me personally. So I'm really excited about this because not only does Robert bring a wealth of knowledge to financial services, I think he's doing something that's truly unique and different. And in these turbulent times and in these most ever-changing times, every advisor out there is looking for that secret sauce to have something unique, have an ability to catch somebody's attention. And Robert is somebody that can mingle with some of the most high net worth people that I've ever met in my life. He's had me on several Zoom calls. So I've watched the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Robert Binkele in action and how he has, worked with his investors. And so I'm really excited about today's call because one, I think our listeners can take away something that they immediately can do tomorrow to improve their practice. Number two, it's not very often that you get a mega advisor on the phone and you can listen to him talk about his secret sauce. And three, being able to tomorrow take action and actually talk to Robert himself personally about the process. So let's dive right in. And I want to start with just going back into your history, Robert, and give me a little bit about how you got into the financial services industry and how you've seen the landscape just change over the years.
Oh boy. Well, I've been in the industry over 30 years. And when I first started, I always liked the stock market. So, I'd trade stocks when I was a kid. My dad taught me to buy stocks and own them and hold them. And I'd be kind of a trader. I probably did all the wrong things to do. I'd buy and I'd lose. So when you lose, you learn fast. You start learning like, geez, why did I do that? So you start learning about things. But I really enjoyed it. I really liked it. It was a fast moving market. Things were, incredible. But I really wanted to be in the industry. I felt that this is a direction that I wanted to take. After playing football for Utah and then off to the 49ers for a short period of time, getting out alive and then moving into the family business is something I learned. And then moving on from my dad, building hotels and building apartments was really boring for me. I really wanted more. So I decided to get into the industry and become an advisor and learning to manage money and then doing it for clients and learning all the different parts of the business. I did it from, trading stocks, trading options, selling covered calls to learning about mutual funds, learning about annuities, getting my insurance license, and then obviously learning more about all the different ways that I could be successful. But yet I learned that, you're going to make money and you're going to lose money and you're going to make money and you're going to lose money and you're going to get clients and lose clients and get clients and lose clients. And, what I really wanted is to change the way of my business. And I decided that you really want to have something that's would be instrumental in building a business. And you had to, if I could give anybody the best idea, it'd be doing fee-based management instead of commission. But a lot of people need those commissions to actually survive. So my best piece of advice would be to start out doing commissions where you can learn to do commissions, but also add fee based. And then after a while, you're going to have less and less commission and have more and more fee based. So that's where I, designed it. And it really worked out that as time, I left the commission market as much as I could. Even though I do a lot of annuity business and a lot of life insurance business, I still have, huge amounts of business under management that continue to every month, pay me. And, it's just extraordinary for people to be able to build a business like that. And also using good investments that you can, long-term investments with steady managers and annuities that Marc and his team bring to us are incredible.
Robert, it seems as we talk to our audience of advisors that the idea of moving to that fee-based model, it seems like you were a little bit ahead of your time, as that seems to be kind of the thing right now.
Yeah, I learned long ago when I was at Raymond James, the CEO of Raymond James, Dick Averitt, said to me, there's going to be a shortage of us. And he was right. There's going to be a shortage of advisors, and he's still right because there's so many baby boomers coming through the pipe that there's just not enough advisors and not enough insurance agents. So, you need to prepare for the storm that's coming. It's the perfect storm. And so I did. And so from a financial aspect of getting into fee-based management and managing people's money and doing a good job for these people, I had to build it. And I didn't want to build it and have them leave. I wanted to build it and stay with me and recurring and things that would keep them with me and good, solid investments. So you really need to study the types of investments. It's not about just trading stocks and trying to make them fast money. It's about a process of diversification and, focusing on good areas, hedging things that you do, protecting the money. And here's what the key thing is, folks, is being different than every other advisor. I do not want to be like everybody else.
Yep.
I want to be the guy that paves the way, do something different. And you have to differentiate yourself from the other advisors, including the management. You have to look for better styles, better things that not everybody does so that it puts you out in front of the pack. And you need to be adamant and passionate about what you do. And if you can be passionate about what you do and the types of investment that you're going to make for your clients, then they become passionate about you as their advisor and tell everybody about you. And that's why I get a lot of business, because it's, you're making people money, you're passionate about what you do, they like that, you're responsible, you put them first always, and more importantly, that always comes back to you 10 times when you do it.
So you are the founder and CEO of the estate planning team. Tell us just a little bit about the estate planning team, how you kind of organized the firm. What's the niche? How have you built the practice?
Well, I believe that a lot of advisors spend a lot of money in marketing. And years ago, I wanted to develop a way to get in front of people without having to spend money in marketing. That's a tougher task than most people, it's just hard to figure that out for people. And I figured it out, and I've got a direct formula that makes that happen. And it's really super, super easy. First, you have to start with something that everybody wants. And when I started years ago, I was always searching for ideas and things that I could find that would be game changers, separation of something that would be either an investment style or investment manager or something, or even some tax solution or something that would actually make me stand out. And if everybody's looking at 100 advisors, they see me as the advisor right from, and it doesn't mean they're going to choose me, but they see me because I stand out. And then once they get in front of me and talk to me, they don't even look at the other 99. They're there with me. They know. So what I have to do is I have to differentiate myself is the first thing. And so when I did that, it really is because of tax. And you can learn about all the different products on Wall Street, insurance markets, everything, right? You can find really good solutions. But again, the first thing that people really want is to be able to have more money when they sell something, or taxation. And that's the key element that I really figured out early on. It's not, hey, I can make you more money than Marc, or I can make you more money than John, or I can make you more money than Tom. I'm the guy, I'm the best guy. No, what I started with is, look, I can focus on saving you money and taxes first, and then we can talk about what we can do with the money second. And when I did that, that changed everything for me. And so the estate planning team was really a whole organization that I started, and I started it to teach people about what I know and what I learned. And I said, this is so big for me that I have to teach other advisors. I have to give back. I have to show other advisors a direction, because it is awful lonely starting out. It is very difficult starting out. And I want something that I can give to the advisors to build confidence and get their confidence up so that they can have something that can drive business to them. And look, it's not easy out there. It's very difficult. You're young. People don't trust anybody with their money. They really are looking for people that have been experienced or have experience. And if you don't have experience, that's the first problem.
That's right.
So what I always tell people, if you're not a good salesman, find a good salesman that you can work with, because that'll be the person that can sell. If you can be the asset gatherer and they're the closer and they're the person that can be that person, well, that's wonderful. However, if you're the closer, then you got to get good product and you got to get somebody that can, help you gather up those people. So there's all these different elements. First, you got to find out, what are you good at? Can you close? Can you articulate? Can you not? Those are things. If you're not good at that, then you need to find somebody that is good at that. And then I'm not saying that you'll never be good at it. You just need to practice. You need some experience. You need time. You need, public speaking. I mean, I remember my first day of going out in public speak. Remember that, Mark? Your first day of trying it?
Oh, yeah.
It was never easy, was it? It was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to talk to them. Well, I got thrown right in. And it's also really nice that if I could learn to speak, it'd be great. I could do a show with you, Mark, and you're already experienced. So maybe you let me have a couple lines in your show. And then, maybe I'll do a little bit more. And then pretty soon I'll get my confidence and do the thing by myself. And you're always there to stand up. That if I make a mistake, you jump up and you can redirect the crowd to kind of get the main point. So however you want to do it, you've got to be able to develop your way to be able to articulate, learn how to do it, and be good at it. Where the estate planning team came in is I trained people how to market. I trained people how to articulate. I trained people how to do all of this. And with one product that we started with 25 years ago called the Deferred Sales Trust. And that trust that I created with our tax team has become a household name all across the country. And it's just insane how much business. I mean, we've got $13 billion of caseload right now, people wanting to look at the Deferred Sales Trust every day. New people come to us. And they don't just come for their deferral of capital gains. I mean, just today, I got a client that said, look, I'm selling my company for $15 million. I'm going to get $11 million with a $4 million earnout. And I've got 529s for my two daughters. And I need life insurance and I need a living trust and I need somebody that can handle all of it. So there it is. There's an opportunity for $15 million account and to take him on as a client. What a great story. I mean, the list goes on and on. So what we bring to the table is a system and learning and teaching and education and helping you close capital gains. And that's really what I built was the estate planning team to do that. That's been my flagship for 25 years.
All right. So you're standing at a gala, you're at an event, you're in the line of the grocery store, and everybody wants the opening line to get you to that next conversation. And you're a guy that I know that knows how to shake hands and kiss babies and work the room. And all of a sudden, like everybody's flocked over to you wanting to talk to you. So if you were just going to, lift up the hood a little bit and give us two lines, how do you get the conversation flowing?
Well, a lot of times it just depends on the setting, but most of the time I meet people like we're having a dinner party or a bunch of friends come over, or sometimes I go to events where I just see people that are complete strangers. And I ask them, what do you do? Now, sometimes that can be a good question to ask people, or maybe it's none of my business, but I just kind of casually walk in and say, so do you live around here? What do you do? Kind of thing. And just make it simple. And then when they ask me the question, what do? I just tell them I specialize in deferring capital gains tax on highly appreciated business sales and real estate. And what do you think they say?
How do you do that?
Exactly. That's exactly what happens every single time. And so what I do is I answer the Deferred Sales Trust, been doing it in a nonchalant way. It's not like I'm trying to sell it. It's just they ask me a question, I give them an answer. And then from there, they always ask me, do you have a card? That's one of the biggest things. And if they don't ask, then it's like, okay, it's no big deal. But I planted the seed that this is what I do. And if there's something that you might need, that's what I do. And so I try to get it in. Now, listen to what I also do. When I started the estate planning team, my goal is to get other people working for me. So let's imagine that we called every commercial real estate agent in Las Vegas and said, come to the Cosmopolitan where Marc Rogers is right now.
Mm-hmm.
And let's go down to the room down there. We got a room and we'd like to invite you for a little lunch and learn, or even just finger food, whatever. And we'd like to show you how you can get all those pieces of real estate, which is commercial, is just industrial and craziness in Las Vegas, Arizona, all those areas, and say, come on in And we'd like to show you how you can show your clients how to get around an exchange, 1031 exchange. And they're all like, wow, I can't find any exchanges that work. And none of these people want to sell because they don't want to pay capital gains. So we'd invite in 200 agents. And all those agents would come into the Cosmopolitan. They'd sit down. Marc and I would get in, and we'd talk about how the Deferred Sales Trust can defer capital gains on highly appreciated real estate. And all of those agents would be spinning with, oh my gosh, I have so many clients. And so what happens is these clients are clients of the real estate agents. So, I mean, I don't know anybody in Las Vegas that owns a bunch of real estate, but those real estate agents do.
Sure.
So how do I get to the actual end owner? Well, those real estate agents, what do they do every day? They call clients that want to sell real estate, and they're trying to get them to sell so they can earn a commission. Just like you're calling these people to try to sell and get an annuity sold or a life insurance policy or managed money, whatever you do. What we're bringing to the table is a way to get to real estate agents or business brokers or CPAs and attorneys to be able to help them succeed in what they do. So by those real estate agents learning about the Deferred Sales Trust and learning about what we do, we can help them sell more real estate because of what we do. So in turn, they're going to introduce us to all of their clients. And when their clients meet Marc and I, what are we going to do? We're going to educate them on all the work that we do and how we can defer capital gains and we can defer depreciation recapture, help that real estate agent sell that building, and then we write the annuity, write the life insurance, and manage the money. What a great story. And it's so great because all those agents that come to the Cosmopolitan are going to come out of there with their head spinning, and they're going to want to get on and get a system going. And we actually give each one of those agents a website for free. So there's 100 people come in with nothing, no marketing, come out with, oh my gosh, the greatest thing. And they get a website, a brochure connected to Marc and I. And then they go out and market this thing to all their clients. And guess what happens? Do you think their clients are interested in deferring capital gains and not doing a 1031 exchange? Absolutely. So they bring their clients to Marc and I. And now we've got a whole new crop of new clients that want to talk to us about money. And oh, by the way, do these people have money? Absolutely. They're some of the richest people in all of the Nevada area of Las Vegas. And we can do this in every city, every state across the country. So my point is, this is how you are successful, is when you can actually take a product, introduce it to somebody that can market it, and bring it to their clients and bring those clients back to you in a large number. And that's the success that we bring to the table. And that's what's brought me here today, is really what Marc has seen me bring in, selling, $6-7 million annuity policies, working on an $80 million annuity policy, selling $100 million life insurance cases to one individual, to $20 to $30 to $40 million deals. I mean, that's what I do. So my goal for each and every one of you listening here is to give you a really good idea that can really take you far in life and take you there quickly, because nobody wants to work their whole life in this business. You can choose whether you want to retire early because you made it early, or you can just stay at it like I am. I love it. I just love what I do. So why would I want to quit? And I know Marc's the same way. So we're passionate about our work. So, we're going to be old and gray when we fall over.
We already are old and gray, Bob. That's the problem.
I don't like to admit it.
You stole the thunder. I wanted to promote it, not you, but I got to witness, one of the biggest cases of my career working with you. I mean, the thing was an absolute monster. And in an industry of, I would say probably the average case size is maybe 150,000. Would you say?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that your average case size is more like in the $500,000 range or larger.
Yeah.
And so it's a quick way to ramp up one's business with not a lot of overhead. It's setting yourself out to make yourself unique and different with an ideal story, as we are, like you said, we are amongst one of the biggest wealth transfer times that we've ever had in history. And people want a strategy. They want an exit. And this is different than just showing up and doing a dinner about, here's why you should invest in this stock or why you should buy in this annuity. It feels like you're bringing value where others aren't. And so I want to commend you on that. And I'm grateful that I've hitched my wagon to you, that we can really build this thing. And it's hot. I mean, I heard about it today. I sat with a mega advisor. I'm sure you know who he is in Las Vegas. And he said one of his main strategies right now is the Deferred Sales Trust.
Yeah.
If you're not talking about it, then your business isn't growing like it should be, because you should be having these conversations with your clients, with your opportunities. Everybody wants to have something to say to their attorney or that CPA they're trying to get through the door. Start with this. Start with the end result of, let me add value. Let me add more billable hours to you, Mr. CPA, Mr. Attorney, and you're not selling a product.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Jack?
No, I was just laughing because it all comes down to those billable hours for those CPAs and attorneys, right?
100%.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel like we're just trying to make a commission off of them. It comes off totally different.
Yeah.
You're offering something of value and significant value, I might add.
Yeah. We want to show you something you've never seen before. And what I tell people is just try this. Our website is www.myept.com. Take a look at us. It stands for My Estate Planning Team, but My EPT. And what we do, honestly, is just give you a whole new outlook on your business. And you're going to be like, oh my goodness, this is one of the best ideas. And I promise you, when you do it, you're going to I always laugh about this. I say, look, don't quit your day job. Just do me a favor. Add 1 hour a day to what I do here.
Love that.
And then as time goes on, you'll be adding 2. And then pretty soon you'll be just doing this. This is all you're going to want to do. You're going to say, I'm getting so much response. I've never seen it before. And the cases that I'm getting, I'll work a whole year to get what you get in 1 month. It's silly that I'm actually doing what I do. A lot of people just can't change the way they're doing things. And you have to be able to be nimble and change. If you do not change, then, like I said, if I just stayed a commission broker all my life, I would be just working for commissions and just doing that, But when you become a fee-based, you're working less and less because you're just getting your reoccurring, and you don't have to make your month because you've already made your month because the reoccurring just continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So commissions will get you to the reoccurring. So you want to diversify, but you also want to be able to diversify in your business and how you get clients and how you spend money, because there's nothing worse than putting out a whole bunch of money for a seminar, spending a bunch of money and nobody shows up, or the people that show up are a bunch of plate lickers and they just want to eat your food. And they, and you're just like, this is such a waste. And I wish I had another angle. I want these people to come and they'll pay you to come almost. They are not looking for food. They're looking for the information that you can provide because you provide them something that can make them successful in addition to you. And then they go to work for you, which is like so powerful how I can get people to go to work. Tomorrow, I live in Dana Point. I'm meeting with a real estate agent in the harbor that has thousands of agents that are connected to him. And like I signed the agency, I've signed other people that they're out promoting. I have agents from one of the largest companies called The Agency. If you ever Google agency, you'll see who they are. They're a big, big, big firm. And what put us on the map is I'm working with a lot of movie stars, and Marc knows one of the movie stars that I work with, which is a very high profile movie star. And just the fact that I'm in that arena, and I'm getting more and more of them, and NBA basketball players and NFL football players, I'm getting that, and hockey players. I mean, it's coming in from everywhere. Everybody wants to defer, and they hear about you and they talk about you. And that's what I want for each and every one of you. You get in, get working with us. People get to know you. You talk about it. And I'm not saying to quit your day job. I keep overemphasize, don't quit what you do. Just add this in and then do more and more of it, and just stay nimble and do all the things you need to do. Do I write 529 plans? Yes. Do I write life insurance? Do I write disability? Do I do all the other things that I do in my business? Yes, because I deal with clients that not only have capital gains tax needs, but they've got income deferral needs, they've got asset protection needs, they've got needs for cash flow, they've got needs for tax exempt cash flow, they've got needs for annuities, they've got needs for everything. So that's what I want to be able to share with you guys and give you all the options. And that's really what we do here.
Well, thank you for joining us today. And I'm sure we'll have you back and getting more and more into the details. You got to take action, right? So first step is to listen, to subscribe to the podcast, to share this with every other co-advisor or friend that you know. You should be reaching out to us at Producers Prospect at 800-829-5526. And lastly, before I let you go, your karaoke night, what is the song that Robert Binkele sings on karaoke night? What's your kickoff song to just get the crowd going?
Hotel California, but if you're going to ask me to sing it right now, I'm not going to do that.
All right, we won't make you do that.
Robert, I'm not going to ask you that, but I do have a slightly more intimate question for you.
Sure.
You were a center for the 49ers from 85 to 86.
Yes.
My favorite player growing up was Joe Montana.
Yes.
Did he have his hands on your butt?
He did.
Excellent.
Yes.
Jag, we can always count on you.
Yes. Joe's a great guy. I know his son. I do business with his son. Joe's a super nice guy. He's very successful. He's done some really great things in life, and just a stellar person. And all the organization of the 49ers are just, when I was there, were just super, super good people, and just a great, working with Bill Walsh when he was alive was just amazing. So I had the best team in the world, and more importantly, some of the best players. And I had just a great experience in life in my athletic career. And I still follow Utah because the Utah Utes are, they won the whole Pac-12 and gave Ohio State a run for their money. They should have won that game. They were beating all the Ohio State Buckeyes all the way up till about 4 minutes into the game in the Rose Bowl. It was just an amazing Rose Bowl. So we're hoping that we'll see another repeat here again this year.
Well, I will tell you, I live in Michigan right now, so anybody who beats Ohio State or gives them a good whooping is good in my book. But I grew up in Boston, so I didn't really have much to root for growing up in the 80s as a Patriots fan. So the 49ers were always my team as a kid until about the end of college, 2000, 2001, when the Patriots started to get good, and now everybody hates me because I'm a Patriots fan.
We won't hold that against you. But, Robert knows this, but Jag, you may not. I named my oldest daughter, her name's Montana, named after Joe Montana. So we all got
that's
49er
cool.
ties, baby. So
Joe's setting up a 529 on that statement for your daughter now.
That's right. That's right. You got to tell him. You got to tell him.
Yeah, you do.
Well, thank you. And as always, Jag, thank you for running the conversation today, and tremendous amount of value here. And I'm excited to have you back, and let's get started.
Absolutely. Good to work with you guys again. And thanks everybody for listening to this podcast. And we'll look forward to getting in touch live, and you guys have a great rest of the day. Thank you.